Hi everyone, I'm Alison Yama. I hope you've enjoyed our video series on pricing with confidence. Today we're going to talk about Rule 7, how to get your competitor to react to you. This is one of our most favorite topics to discuss with clients. Often we tend to vilify the competition. It's always the other guy that is decreasing price to win the business. We are the victim. But it is often this attitude which causes us to pull that price lever too hard and too often. I was working with a client once and we were discussing all the great value that they created for their clients, the financial impact on their customers' business. And in the middle of our conversation, someone came in and said, "Hey, there's a reverse auction and our competitor is beating us. They are offering a lower price." Immediately the conversation switched and they started discussing about how low they wanted to go to really bring it home and beat the competition. This happens all the time, and you're probably nodding your head as I say this story. Well, how can we become more thoughtful in our competitive markets? The first thing that we need to know is our own value. If we don't know value, then we don't have good footing or a good foundation to start on. I encourage you to go back to Rule 2 about how you value if you're unclear about this at this point. Once we know that value, we should be able to identify in which segments are we strong, in which segments are we weak, in which segments are we at par. Once we know that, we can create our competitive plan. We call it a competitive information system. This is just a fancy word for saying competitive plan. There are really 6 steps to part of this competitive plan. And the first one is improve your understanding of the environment. You know your value? Do you know your competitor's value? Do you know in which segments are they strong? Their financial strengths, their capabilities to deliver. This is all information that can be gotten from many different sources, from the market, from prior employees. The second is to determine your pricing strategy. You know your value, you know your competitor's value. Now, how are you going to price in different markets to capture your value? Third, you want to develop a communication strategy. In this day and age of social media, every employee has a voice in the market, and this can be very dangerous for many companies. It's important to determine who is going to do the talking for your company, who is going to deliver those important messages to the market. Once you determine who, you have to determine what to say. Step number 4. This can really set the standard for the industry. What messages do you want to put out there that position your sales teams to win in the future? Now, number 5 is you put out your messages. Now you have to determine what to do. You have to back up what you say with what you are doing, what your actions are in the market. And lastly, you need to monitor and improve your system. Cut yourself a break. This is not going to happen overnight. You're going to improve the amount of information that you are bringing in, how you're communicating it in your organization, who's in alignment with that plan. All of these improve with time. So plan out accordingly. And when you're doing this, you're going to find that the pre-planning will help improve your profitability so you can stop leaving money on the table. Good planning and good luck.